good afternoon, wherever you're watching from. And this is a United Show stream. And listen, we're just live straight after the England game. Apology that we are late, but blame someone who's in the back room. You can only blame someone. But listen, this is United stream. And listen, I'm not doing it by myself, by the way. I do have someone in the back room. And this is Hardeep. How you doing, Hardeep?
Yes, let's go. Let's big up. Great to be back.
Cool. Big up. Let's go through the comments. Big up, Bobby, man. Hope you're doing well. The first comment to make to you. Dan says, listen, I'm going to start that question. Yeah, we'll save it for later because Gakpo, we do need to talk about him, but listen, save it for later. Two Blues podcast, big up yourself. Ryan, big up, mate. Big up. But Hardeep, man. United stream. Obviously, yeah, man. Obviously, the season. Obviously, now, obviously, it's the World Cup. But so far, what do you think of United? Obviously, now we're in the break. But has Ten Hag done a good job, in your opinion?
I think personally, I think with Ten Hag, he's definitely implemented style play. But if you look at it from a points perspective, we are not where we want to be, and we've got a minus goal difference. We've got an attack style play, glimpses of it really, and psychologically of it with Ten Hag in the first time in a while since Sir Alex Ferguson, he's shown a great style play and he's shown that camaraderie of managing the great players. And with certain players in the squad, they do need to go, they need to be ripped apart. And within long term, the question is, will the Glazers ever invest? And that's not really like the moment. They're going to sell the club, and we do need better infrastructure. I think with Ten Hag, we've got the right manager. It's about right back and above.
100%. Ryan says, good to see you back, Hardeep. Big up yourself,
Good to
Ryan.
see you. Good to see you, mate.
Says, Hardeep, in the dark. Listen.
You know what? It's fair. My light is working, but I just don't have to make it much more close here.
100%. Hashim says, big up yourself. Everything Football Nas says, keep up the great work. Lance, big up yourself, mate. Big up yourself. Appreciate it. Make sure you guys do smash the like, subscribe if you're new. But yeah, man. For me, listen, I love Erik to know, man. For me, I'm a Batman guy. For me, I thought the thing is, I've seen a lot of people like compare this season to only last season. So for me, it's a stupid comparison because that last season where people are screenshotting saying, "Oh, look, Ollie's done a better job." That was Ollie's like third season, and comparing to a guy that's come from the Dutch league and his first first season. So for me, that comparison is stupid. For me, Ten Hag has done a better job than Ollie, anyways. If you compare it to last season to this season, Ten Hag has done a better job. For me, Ten Hag has brought discipline. And listen, whenever you're playing bad, you're coming off. That's how Ten Hag does it. When you play bad, come off. And listen, we need competition, and especially I think Ten Hag's been saying that he needs options in his fullbacks. And for me, I think Frimpong could be the one. Hardeep, obviously, we saw today rumors going around that Frimpong wants to join United. He feels excited. But listen, I don't believe that he feels excited because obviously he's an ex-C player. And listen, we could say the same about Sancho, but Frimpong, I would definitely like to see my United because we do need those competitions at fullbacks. But listen, Ten Hag, he's done a great job. Obviously, the Big Six record. He's done a great. City obviously will beat us, man. Like they're probably the best team in the Premier League, man. It's like, come on, it's gonna take time for us to beat City twice, away and at home. So it's definitely gonna take time. But yeah,
absolutely, I agree with you. And because if you look at Frimpong, for instance, he's exactly what we need to compete with the developmental sign and the right player with the right profile, the right quality, the right profile going forward. Exactly what we need. And with Wan-Bissaka, he is likely to part ways in January. If and when he gets sold, that remains a question. That's going to be the main outcome regarding Wan-Bissaka. Will he leave alone? Will he be leaving permanently? I'd keep an eye on the likes of West Ham, Crystal Palace, even Fulham to a certain extent. They've been tentatively linked with Wan-Bissaka. So should he leave, we'll definitely get a right back on it. And I think Frimpong is definitely up there.
100%. Rice, please like and subscribe if you're new. 100%. Got a question here. What would be deemed a successful season for you guys this season? I already answered this question yesterday. I've said we need top four and a trophy for me. Just any like for me, people write off Carabao Cup and FA Cups for me. Those United fans that write them off, you're stupid, mate. Because for me, I haven't seen my club win a trophy in like over like 4 years now. So listen, we need a trophy.
4 or 5 years. Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
5 years, mate. For me, we need a trophy. Carabao Cup, I'm taking that seriously because obviously we got Burnley at home, so we need to win Carabao Cup, FA Cup. Well, not need to, but listen, we at least one of them. So for me, a trophy and top four is perfect for me. But Hardy, what do you think?
Well, I've got the same thoughts as you. I mean, top four finish, even top three, and potentially win the Europa League. Maybe an additional trophy, whether it's Carabao Cup or not the FA Cup. 2 trophies maximum, and top four finish will be the right mentality. But this standard shouldn't be the right amount of achievement.
I understand standards, but listen,
Yeah.
if it's talking about a manager that's coming in for the first season, we need to do lower a bit.
Exactly.
Listen, with Ten Hag, he for me, I can see that he wants to win every trophy because he says it in his press conference. He plays a full strong team because he wants to win. Because he doesn't take these trophies. Oh, it's a Mickey Mouse Cup. He takes every trophy seriously. And for me, we haven't had this manager for a long time now. And for me, I think I'm going to make a bold statement. But I think he could be our next Alex Ferguson. But listen, game by game. There's no way I'm saying that he's going to be better than him. But game by game, we do need to. But for me, Ten Hag has that main. For me, it's the mindset that Ten Hag has, man. For me, he wants to win every trophy. And then if you go back to the previous managers, they didn't care. All they wanted is top four. So for me, we haven't had this manager for a long time. But I don't know if you want to call me out or agree with me. But for me, it's just the mindset that Ten Hag has.
You know what? I agree with you. I mean, if you look at it logically as well, the philosophy he brought from Ajax, the style of play, the discipline, the mentality, the ethos, that needs to be implemented around the club. I mean, should it be implemented around the club, we'll definitely see progression. And under the current regime we have under the Glazers, they won't even progress into that. We need to evolve structurally, and with Ten Hag, we've got the epitome of a modern manager who has the same identity as Pep Guardiola, molded in the form of Sir Alex Ferguson, even Jurgen Klopp and Van Gaal as well. We've got an excellent manager. It's about the right back as well.
100%. Brian says, I'm sure you will enlighten us on where we are at with. Well, Hardy can answer this because he's got his own transfer sources. But where we are at with the situation about the Glazers leaving, I hope it is near and even closer for them toxic owners to leave. Hardy, do you have any information, like any secret? Here we go, exclusive.
I feel with regards to an exclusive, there's something going on behind the scenes. If you look at United and how they're actually operating behind the scenes, the Glazers are definitely negotiated with someone. I believe it might be Jim Radcliffe or even an American owner, potentially Saudi as well. We don't know who it is, but if you look at the developments in behind the scenes, United is definitely up for sale. Somebody is definitely communicating with the American owners we have currently. And once the process actually fully facilitates, we'll definitely see the full sale. If and when we definitely invest in January, I think that will definitely happen. Considering the fact, if you look at Gakpo as well, Gakpo is definitely on the radar.
Hardy, save that for later. I know. Listen, he's got 3 goals in 3 games in the World Cup. So listen. But yeah, what have you made of your new signings? Oh, lovely. Listen, I was actually going to talk about signings, Ryan. Funny enough, but listen, people need to respect Ten Hag because all of his signings have been absolutely top. I mean, Malaysia, obviously, he still needs to like work on his attributes. But for me, Martinez, Hardy, oh my God.
I was about to ask you that. I mean, who's your top-rated signing for me? Yeah,
for me, Martinez is a fan favorite, mate. He's a fan. I always see him on bloody TikToks, mate. Martinez is a fan favorite. It's clear. But listen, I also love Eriksen. Eriksen, oh my God, mate. Eriksen for me, top player, and obviously Martinez.
Casemiro as well.
Dave Casemiro. Hey, that goal that he scored for Brazil. And then people want to say, oh, he's only coming for the money. He's this and that. But listen, Casemiro for me, we've got an elite midfielder, and he's got that winning mentality. This is what Ten Hag is trying to build around the club. But my concerns are with the people upstairs, man. For me, obviously Romano has said that once the new owners come in, they will go. For me, that's made my day, by the way. John Murtough, height will be gone. But yeah, listen, for me, as I said, his signings for me is class, and his signings in January will also be class because with the incomings of Cody Gakpo and Frimpong, listen, who knows, who knows. But what have you made of Ten Hag signing so far?
Firstly, I'd say out of 10, his signings have been potentially a 7 for me. If you look at Malacia as well, Malacia, he's definitely got room for improvement. Fantastic player, no doubt. He can challenge the likes of Luke Shaw as well. And can he dislodge him long term? I think he can. I think he can. With Malacia, we'll definitely see improvement. I think it's with Martinez. Martinez has to be the greatest signing someone as well. It's been his impact in our team with Barton and Varane, his mentality, his leadership, his heightism as well. That is definitely derogatory. That statement is so poor. I mean, aerially, he's really dominant 5'9". If you look at Cannavaro of Italy as well, and of Inter Milan, he's such a fantastic centre back as well. And with Casemiro, Ericsson, they've actually implemented the solidity in our midfield, the ability to progress from in and out of possession. And without those two, we would be irrelevant. Anthony as well, though he's inflated, I would think we are definitely said yes to see the best out of him.
No, Anthony for me. Yes, I really like Anthony, man. People are already getting they were going at him because he did that skill against Sheriff in the Europa League. But I don't mind him doing that. But for me, you can do it when we're winning, mate. Not drawing. And then for you to misplace the ball and for it to go out. For me, Anthony can do the skill because that's what the game is about. But obviously, do it when we're winning, not when we're drawing. But listen, Anthony, obviously, he's got that flair. He was born in the favelas, so he's gonna do some tricks, man. But yeah, now Ryan, it's fine, man. Ask us a question, man. We don't mind.
You've got to be more engaging. Big up, bro. Big up,
Ryan, man. Big up yourself. How far do you think Erik ten Hag can take you? It would be good to see you guys back in the Champions League this season. I think he's gonna win us the Europa League. I'm confident, man. For me, Barcelona, I'm not afraid of them, man. For me, people are saying, "Oh, Camp Nou, they're gonna destroy," but at Camp Nou, Barcelona had 0 shots against Bayern Munich. So why would I be scared? Barcelona, for me, Barcelona now, I know they're doing well in La Liga, but nah, man. For me, listen, obviously, time will tell because it's in February, but listen, who knows? Because with injuries, who knows, man? Who knows? But for me, I'm confident with Europe-wise. Trophies, I think Carabao Cup, I think we'll probably win that. Burnley, we should be. Come on, man. We should be. But listen, don't get me wrong, Burnley's been doing well on the company, but that Burnley game is going to be nice because Burnley, obviously, they are right close to Manchester, and obviously with the rival with company Man United, it's going to make it more intense. But listen, it doesn't take that fact away that we should still be beating Burnley. But listen, that all depends on how deep with our United players stay fit in World Cup because we seem to have the worst luck ever when it comes to injuries. And who's to blame? The medical staff, right? So listen, we probably have the worst medical staff in the Premier League wise. So listen, here's what it is. We have to mention Garnacho this season. He's been fantastic. But yeah, before we talk about the best star boy in the Premier League, how far do you think Erik ten Hag can take us?
Well, current season, probably top 4 finish and potentially win the Europa League alongside with additional Carabao Cup or not FA Cup. If we can win those 3 trophies, that'd be excellent. But maybe one trophy, i.e. a Europa League or not, maybe an FA Cup. That'd be good, though.
100%. Obviously, now we have to mention Garnacho this season. He's been fantastic, and it's hard to believe he's only 18. Mate, he's 2 years older than me, mate, for flip's sake. Definitely going to get that number 7 shirt and become United legend. For me, it's step by step with Garnacho, game by game, because we've seen it with MG, Mason Greenwood. We've seen it with him, obviously. What he's done, obviously, everyone should know, but what he is a dickhead. But listen, for me, Garnacho is game by game, man, because we can't get carried away because that's what United fans do like to do. But for me, Garnacho, I'm not trying to compare. I'm not trying to say he's going to do what he did, what Greenwood did. But for me, Garnacho, we need to relax with our youngsters, man. We cannot just play him every single game and burn him out because that's what we're not meant to do. But Garnacho, listen, I've liked Garnacho so far. I've been impressed with him. Obviously, at the beginning, Ten Hag wasn't happy with his attitude, but now he's fixed it now. So listen, Garnacho's doing well so far, but let's not get carried away so far. But Hardeep, your overall thoughts on Garnacho?
We've gone actually we got him from Atletico Madrid and we scouted him really well. And if you look logically as well with his playing style, his mentality, Ten Hag has definitely coached that into him. And start of the season in the preseason tour, his attitude wasn't right. It needed to prove. And right now, you could see clear contrast to how he is comparison to then. I think we're going to actually he's got the potential to go far. Depends on whether he's actually not necessarily part of the toxic nature of the pitch. But if he can actually keep his head down and be consistent, he will be really great for us.
100%. Ryan says his attitude has been, as I said, his attitude has been questioned, but I can imagine it's hard for him to handle coming onto scene so quickly and thrust into the spotlight. Hopefully, he's got good people around him. 100%, man. For me, it's about creating chances, and obviously, listen, we know that we lack giving options to our forwards. So listen, for me, it's about link up play and giving chances because we never usually do that. It's all about attackers coming deep to get the ball. So listen, we need to create chances. Which other youngsters should we look at for the future? For me, for United, Kobe Mainu, for me, one of them. Apparently, I did with one of the streams I did with the scout. He said that Kobe Mainu is one for the future, and apparently he's the next Paul Pogba. They describe him as he plays like Paul Pogba. So Kobe Mainu definitely. Charlie McNeil is a shout. Obviously Zidane Iqbal. There's so many, man. There's so many, but obviously
Fernandez left back.
Yeah,
good player as well.
100%. But yeah, but now the transfers. Hey, Cody Gakpo. Listen, from what I'm told, agreed. Obviously, not fully agreed. Personal terms have to obviously be talked about, but listen, United fans, I think you guys should get excited now because transfer Cody Gakpo has given the green light for the move. And yeah, listen, his priorities, Man United, all these Liverpool links, it is true, but they haven't put any bids yet. But listen, Man United look like they're about to back Ten Hag because Ten Hag, for me, he actually said to the board to go get Cody Gakpo. So listen, they've listened to him. They put out the price. What Romano's saying is true. The price is around, 50 million euros is about 40 million pounds. So around that, probably with add-ons as well. But listen, contract, I believe it will be around 5 years. But listen, this is football, and I could get this contract wrong. But listen, it's all agreed behind the scenes. I don't know how these been told, but listen, for me, if it's my own opinion, without obviously with these news, I think it's already agreed anyways. But Cody wouldn't come out and say, "Oh, listen, Manchester United, I've agreed a deal." He would also listen in the interview that obviously everyone saw. He said, "Oh, the rumors are nice," but he's not gonna say anything more because football players like to keep it just quiet and smooth. But listen, for me, it's looking good. But listen, United fans, I'm seeing that a lot of people saying he's going to be the CR7 replacement. No, he's not. He's a winger for me. He's a winger. Like United fans need to accept he's a winger. He'll be coming in for competition for Rashford, but we still need to get a striker. I haven't been told anything about striker wise, but Vlahovic maybe because obviously Juventus they're fucked Hardeep. Like all of the boards
as well.
Yeah, but Hardeep, what have you been told anything about Cody Gakpo in particular?
I'd say with Cody Gakpo himself, everything's been agreed in behind the scenes verbally. If you look at his contract, the agreement, personal terms, he's definitely more than open to joining United. In the summer, with Ronaldo saying as well, Ten Hag wanted both him and Anthony. The Glazers didn't authorise this due to panic and protests, as we got Casemiro and Anthony for substantial amount of near towards £200 million. With Cody Gakpo, he's definitely one to look out for. Currently this season, he has over 15 goal contributions and he's delivering for PSV, who are currently in the top 3 in Eredivisie. Fantastic player. He's only 23 years old. His tactical play, his intelligence around the box, his physicality for being 6'2" is just absolutely unique. I think with Ten Hag as well, can he move in striker? I think he can, but
You can, yeah.
he is definitely a winger. We do need remember two
Yeah, he's
strikers
been playing
having
as a
both
striker.
Ronaldo and
Well,
Konate.
sorry to cut you off, but he's been playing as a striker under Luis Van Gaal. I don't know if you noticed, but Luis Van Gaal usually goes for 3-5-2, and Cody Gakpo has been playing. So listen, I'm not obviously 3 goals in 3 games. Listen, obviously, I think Netherlands. I forgot who. Netherlands have got USA to be fair. So listen, I'm definitely watching that. Obviously, England do have Senegal for round of 16. But yeah, listen, it's looking well for Cody Gakpo. But listen, this question: who else would you like to see coming in January? Which areas do you need to strengthen the most? I think the defense has a nice combination now, so I do agree a new strike is needed. Yeah, for me,
No midfield as well, maybe.
100%.
Absolutely.
For me, listen, I might. Hardy, you can criticize me, but if this if he wants to join, by the way, but I'll go back for Frankie De Jong. People might laugh, but listen, why not go again for him? He might have changed his mind, but listen, Frank De Jong for me, I already know Ten Hag is gonna go back for him anyways. But for me, someone like Frank De Jong, but there is a but. Jude Bellingham is needed for the summer. I'm seeing Liverpool rumors. Listen, that depends if they even make top 4. But for me, if we was to make top 3 or top 4, I'm sorry, but there's no excuse not to get Jude Bellingham for me. He is a top talent, man. For me, what a midfielder, man. I've always rated him. I've liked what I've seen so far with Jude Bellingham, and I think he could be a United player soon.
He lives near me. He's near Bostalbridge. What a player!
100%. But I don't know if you saw that was videos. I think when he was at Dortmund, some fans said, "Come to United." He was like, "No chance." But this obviously players are going to say that anyways. But for the clicks, but for me, I don't see United getting it because they're going to see the price tag that Dortmund are going to ask. They're going to say 100 million. We're just going to walk away and back off. But I would try and get Bellingham for me, and also Ryan, that Japanese centre back that we're linking. Go get him. Oh,
Kim and Jae. Yeah, Kim and Jae.
Yeah, I like him. Oh, I don't know about you, but I like him, man. I like him. Like, obviously, I think he has a 60 million release clause activated in the summer. But for me, listen, go get this guy, man. I've seen him for Japan. I've seen him for Napoli. He's a top centre back for me.
I think he'd be the right replacement for Maguire as well. I think with Maguire, even though he's been in resurgent form for England currently in the World Cup, his time at United is undoubtedly over when it comes to the summer transfer window. And Kim and Jae or someone like Timber would definitely be the great replacement. Exactly who we need.
100%, yeah. JBT, big up, guys. Just landed on my connecting flight. Had to drop the like and chat. Big up yourself, JBT. I think you want World Cup to last more because you don't want to see Chelsea. But big up JPT as always, man. We're doing well. Ryan says Casemiro is an out player I've loved to see in the Prem. He's really flourishing in this, and 100%, man. Listen, here's what it is. But obviously, I'm going to go back to the question that I did put a star on it. Gakpo would be top sign, 60 million. If you live in the UK, that would be around 45 million pounds. Bargain. If you ask me, that's a bargain, man. That's a bargain, man. That's a top deal. That's a top signing for me. I'm seeing a lot of United fans saying that Gakpo is not good enough. Listen, I want to call that United fan out anyways, but listen, Cass, MUFC Cass. I saw your reel today saying Gakpo's not good enough. Just hold that. 3 goals in 3 games, and he's even Cass is Dutch as well. So Cass, man, I'm not even watching. I don't know the second Dutch league, but listen, for me, Gakpo, man, is the real truth, but he's not a Ronaldo replacement. Let's get it right. He's not a Ronaldo replacement, but he's the truth, man. Interesting. What would his wages be?
I'd say approximately around £50,000 per week to around about £7,000 per week, accumulated to around about £100,000 per week. We've got the wages, no doubt.
100%. Listen, for me, I agree with Hardy, man. United are the type of club to obviously to mess around with the wages, but Gakpo for me, 100k anything less than anything more than that, obviously that's United for you. But for me, 100k, and if he does well for a couple of good, well, not good, well, not a couple of good games, but if he does well for this season, next season, I give him a pay rise. But yeah, what do you guys make of? Oh, here we go. What do you guys make of Rashford? He did well to get two, but missed and set for. I always say this about Rashford. For me, listen, he's doing well, yeah. For him to convince me, he has to be consistent every game and contribute every game, and that's the only way he can convince me with Rashford, man. For me, it's his confidence, man. It's his confidence. But for me, Rashford, listen, he's doing well. I give him his credits and his plaudits, but for me, he's got to be consistent every game. He has to be like this every game, and if he is, then listen, he has changed my mind. I still haven't changed my mind on him. For me, he's doing well, but obviously he has to be consistent every game.
I agree, 100%. I mean, the thing is with Rashford, his trajectory over the last 2 years has been quite hit and miss. Well, in the 20 to 21 season, he had over 21 goal contributions, and the season before his injury, it was really excellent then as well. And the season after, he was quite inconsistent on a Ragnick so short. There were so many flaws with Rashford, and that was down to his poor attitude. He was just too lackadaisical. Where was that determination to improve? And to think about your actual place in the team as well, he was getting dislodged by Elanga. Elanga was outperforming him during certain spells in the season, particularly against Atletico Madrid when we faced them away in Champions League. That's definitely evident there too. With Rashford, you can see definitely huge development under him with regards to Ten Hag. When it comes to the right coaching, with the right structure, you'll definitely flourish.
100%. I agree with you. He's 23, Ryan. 23 years old. Like that, Paul. He is 23 years old. But yeah, obviously Hashim's is 23. Yeah. But yeah, have I missed any comments? Okay, I think and I think he's only get. Oh, I think this is about Casemiro. Yeah, and I think he's only going to get better as the season goes on. 100%. I think I've seen something on Twitter saying that apparently he called Willian saying that how he's enjoying the Premier League. So it's nice that Casemiro's enjoying it. Listen, he's for me, him and Martinez are both my fan favorite, man. There's other players as well, but if I listen, those two only come in my head right now. So him and Martinez, mate. What's and last season I think Rashford didn't look himself, mate. Well, obviously he broke up with his girlfriend, but now he's back with his girlfriend. So listen, maybe it's the girlfriend thing. So listen,
is he engaged with her? I think he's now actually engaged with her.
Yeah, 100%.
Big up though, big up.
Big up, man. Big up Rashford. But last topic, then we wrap up. Glazers owners now. For me, I want Dubai, man. I want Dubai, Emirates, and all Saudis. For me, listen. Obviously, the Rainy group were taking charge, but last time they did it for Chelsea and they got an American one, so that scared me right there. But I really hope that we don't get a US investment on it because Glazers. I mean, if they really care about the club, yeah, they would sell us to Saudis, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get sold to American. But how deep? What do you think? Who would you like to come into the club?
Well, it has to be one answer really, and that is definitely Dubai of the Saudis. Their income is exactly what we need. If you look at the likes of Newcastle, Manchester City, PSG currently in world football, they're definitely going to improve structurally and galvanise in how they actually invest significantly. Manchester City right now are on top of European and Premier League football, exactly where we aspire to be. PSG likewise as well. Newcastle, they're on the up as well with Eddie Howe in charge. Their infrastructures have opened. They also took Manchester City's head scout from their actual academy, and that's definitely a sign of the time standing for Newcastle. If we can get or even emulate that similar model, we can definitely challenge for the Premier League title of the Champions League in the coming years. Maybe around about 2 to 3 seasons. However, it depends on whether we get the right owners. If it is the American owners, there'll be a lot of skepticism. If we do get the Saudis, the contrast will be so different. And the thing is, with Radcliffe as well. Radcliffe might be a Wigan owner, yes, but his income and his business side as well. That could definitely cost us as well. If he had actually got the United legends inspired of him, I think we wouldn't have any competent specialists. We do need specialists at the club who know the row, not any nostalgic and legends.
Luis Campos, Hardy, yeah.
Just Cabos.
We've got a comment here. I'm still slightly concerned the Glazers will sell to the wrong person. I'm not sure I'll trust them to make that decision. Exactly, man.
Also, to add, I believe Woodward, he's part of the process as well. He's still here as well. I mean, if he's still communicating with Glazers and negotiating with the post buyer, then that could be one thing. American owners, hopefully we're wrong, but if it is, it's over. It's over. Simple as that.
Yeah, man, I'm just 100%. But I think we've discussed every topic now. For 30-minute mark. I was all here. Big up to you. Just joined in. It was just about to wrap up. But yeah, man, obviously, second half of the season, our deep is about to obviously will begin next month. How do you think it will go? Do you think United players will cope with it, or do you think they'll become more fatigued, or what do you think with the second half of the season?
I think we'll be comfortable with both inconsistency, fatigue, and also don't forget injuries as well. I think with those three factors, we'll definitely be coupled by those things. If we can actually invest January, that could definitely benefit us. If we don't invest, we're going to be depleted. If we continue to actually deteriorate in terms of fitness, I think we'll definitely miss out Champions League place. And this is why investment is so imperative. Whether we have a guy that goes in charge or not, we do need significant signings to have oversight in Ten Hag's image.
Yeah, 100%. We got a comment here from Ryan. What are your opening couple of expects? So we do have Nottingham Forest. We play Burnley for a Carabao Cup on the 21st of December. Then we play Nottingham Forest 27th December.
Then will be Wolves.
Wolves, your team, Hardy. Your team. Wolves away, then Bournemouth at home, which should be a comfortable win. But listen, we've got like four easy games. I mean, listen, I'm not trying to say they're all easy, but we've got 4 winnable games, so we should try to get the 12 point.
Yeah, the thing is, with Wolves as well, they've got Lopetegui in charge as well, the new manager. If they can get a manager bounce as well, they could somehow get against us. We've got to be aware of that. We've got to be aware of that.
The same with Villa and Hardy,
Yeah.
but yeah, man. But yeah, Brian says, big up to you both. Fantastic stream.
Big up, Brian.
Big up, man. Big up. But yeah, we go wrap up. Hardy, you're going to start the show, Souls.
Yes, guys, you know where to find me. HDM United Stand on Instagram and follow me personally. As I just said, about 7.
Big up. But yeah, you guys know where to find us. I'm not gonna repeat myself, but yeah, man. Smash the likes. Smash the likes. Hashtag says Glazers and yeah, mate. Yeah. But yeah, man. You have some promising talent on the wing. Garnacho, Alanga, what? Nah, man, nah. He's not.
He needs to go. He needs to go low. No disrespect to Alanga, or even in his Swedish fans over here. I think physically and also pace-wise, he's a really good player, but technically, absolutely ball.
100%. I think he needs a loan, to be fair, but yeah, man. But listen, would the club give him a loan? Who knows? But yeah, man. Big up everyone. Did I miss any comments before I end it? Nah, I didn't. So big up, guys. Big up How Deep, obviously. Nice stream. It's coming home. How Deep the Orange is coming home. Yeah, man. I'm going. Yeah, I already read that. But yeah, guys, big up, and we'll see you next time.